Your lips can do a whole lot more than kiss. Your lips express love and speak your truth. Plump your lips with Juvederm Volbella XC or Juvederm Ultra XC for natural-looking results that are completely and uniquely you. Find a licensed specialist and see if it's right for you at Juvederm.com. That's JUVEDERM.com. Add fullness to lips in adults over 21 with Juvederm Volbella XC or Juvederm Ultra XC. Do not use if you have severe allergies or a history of severe allergic reactions, or if you are allergic to lidocaine or the proteins used in Juvederm. Tell your doctor if you have a history of scarring or taking medicines that decrease the body's immune response or that can prolong bleeding. Common side effects include injection site redness, swelling, pain, tenderness, firmness, lumps, bumps, bruising, discoloration, or itching. As with all fillers, there's a rare risk of unintentional injection into a blood vessel, which can cause vision abnormalities, blindness, stroke, temporary scabs, or scarring. For full important safety information, visit Juvederm.com.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Fat Mascara. I'm Jess.
Welcome, everyone. Hi, I'm Jen. It's time for Fat Mascara.
Oh, yeah, it's time. Okay. Let's do it. So listen, I was walking around the city the other day and I noticed not one, but two like little pop-up Botox shops.
Okay. Like drive-through filler, drive-through tox.
Yeah, just kind of like, easy peasy. I'm also seeing this kind of thing.
Actually, my block has a new one now that I come to think of it. And I walked by and I saw the Dermalogica sign. I was like, oh, it must be an esthetician's. And then I looked at the menu and it had Botox and stuff on it too.
It's getting very accessible. I mean, within reason, It's not a brow wax, but yeah.
It isn't, but it does speak to something I was just reading about in Beauty Inc. This new hashtag, high maintenance to be low maintenance.
That's quite a mouthful.
Literally, the line is...
I would stop typing.
In fact, there's a parenthetical after the writer writes about it and says, clunky and verbose as it is.
Oh my God.
High means, but what it's about are quote-unquote tweakments. Mm-hmm. So people that don't call what they're getting a treatment per se, but they're getting a tweakment. Small cosmetic procedures in order to do less of the big stuff, spend less on skincare, spend less on makeup, all of that.
Okay. So it's kind of like they feel like they're putting in the effort so that they can just jump out of bed and look gorgeous.
Hello. How many times have I talked about this over the years? Like
I know.
I called it front loading your beauty routine, but
that sounds so elegant.
Once again, it's proving that I don't know how to name things, and I will never go viral on TikTok because I can't come up with these cutesy names like Dr. Whitney Bowen Skin Cycling. But the concept still intrigues me because it's kind of how I approach my beauty. Like my whole routine is like I don't mind getting tweakments, if you want to call them that, fine. I call them treatments. But so that I don't have to do so much with facials every month and skincare and whatever. Like once a year laser, like you barely need serum.
Well, I mean, I think all of this depends on your budget.
That was a hyperbolic statement, by the way. The minute it came out of my mouth, I realized I was Claytoning it. Remember?
What's that mean?
My friend Clayton, when he just throws something at the wall to see if it sticks.
Oh yes.
That was a Clayton.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, I think I think kind of like when the Dr. Dennis Gross peel pads came out. I remember the publicist said at the time, she was like, if you use, these every single day, you will get the results. You have to be like, vigilant about it of like an in-office peel. I think the same thing with like, another similar product. So if you can't throw money at the wall, that's not exactly a Clayton at the wall. I'm not Claytoning it, but if you can't throw money at the wall, there are things you can do every day to kind of keep up maybe the look you want.
Well, and this is the opposite of that. It's like throw the money.
This is slow beauty. This is like, this is gradual beauty.
The peels were, or this new trend?
I think the like just doing a little bit every day, versus like doing having like a shotgun of beauty treatments at the wall. Sorry, my
Yeah.
analogies are all over the place. I'm not. My vocab sucks today.
No,
Sorry,
the
guys.
writer
Hope you're not a first-time
Nor
listener.
Lobad in WWD, which she said they're gaining steam because consumers increasingly deem routine aesthetic procedures more compelling value propositions than an exhaustive everyday beauty routine, which I have always felt that way, but value proposition, not just money. I think it's value. It's like the time and effort too. This is like what you one and done for the year, whereas those other things are like every day.
That's a little bit like cost per wear, like an investment treatment. Like you wear it's like you wear your face every day or like your hair color every day. I like to go to like a hair colorist that I really like. She's not cheap, but my hair color is something
like
that you're going
makeup.
to see every day. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
There's some things you can get away with and some things you can't.
Well, just to like give you guys an idea of if you're like, what the hell's a tweakment? Because like, really, what does that word mean? People are considering it things like a diamond glow facial, the Morpheus treatment. I believe that's radio frequency, right, Jess?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Moxie laser, half syringe lip filler. Okay. Don't fool yourself. You're still getting lip filler.
A half syringe. It's like, well, when did we all become doctors? I couldn't tell you if a half syringe versus a full
what
syringe.
Size syringe? What cannula? What cc's?
Yeah, this is where it gets so bogus. Okay.
I can't imagine being an aesthetic provider and hearing what people come in with that they like learned on TikTok. Now, doctor, I only want you to use half a syringe. And they're like,
so insulting.
They're like, you're about to get a laser. We don't use syringes, ma'am. Like, it's like, don't go to the dentist and tell them where to drill.
Can you imagine? You're at, like, please turn it up to 9. I think I'm ready for 9. No, you know what? I was here last week. Turn it up to 10. I can take it.
You're like in the emergency room getting stitches, and you're like, I think we're going to go for 13 stitches on this cut. Is that all right with you, doctor? Like, I want people to be empowered consumers. I think there's really something to that. Like like I want people to have this information as it's research, but I also want people to realize that like put your hands in like good experts' hands and then let them do their thing. But anyway, yeah. IPL, Dysport, air sculpting. Honestly, to me, this is just another name or trend name for a shift we've been seeing happening, which is just like the comfort people have with aesthetic treatments. The more as they come down in price and as the like stigma disappears. Really, just don't go too far with it.
I wonder if we're going to see the pendulum go the other way soon.
Of course we are. Oh, we're fickle people. Yeah, and everybody's gonna be like, no filler.
My 11s are going to be really chic.
Yeah. No,
all right.
You don't have 11s right now, so.
Not well. I've got like really great lighting right now.
You do. I am so excited I just realized I haven't done a science corner in like 3 months. So I'm doing the news. So of course I brought one.
I don't think it's been 3 months.
It hasn't been, but it's felt like a long time. So we're going to do the news. We'll raise some wands. We've got a good episode planned for you all.
Excellent.
Jess, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the news with Jen. I really feel like I haven't done this in a while, so I am really excited.
Okay, well, I'm excited to kick back and listen.
And I'm going to induce snores in 3, 2.
Oh, God,
let's talk about the FDA.
No, anything but
guys,
the FDA.
This is huge, huge news. How many times have we talked on the podcast about like there's no FDA regulations,
Always.
Cosmetics overseeing in the United States hasn't been overhauled in 100 years. We don't know what allergens are in our products. Yep. Change is afoot. You might not even hear about this in the mainstream news for a couple more weeks because this news was buried. I'm saying buried in the, hold on, let me get this right. Consolidated Appropriations Act that was passed on December 29th here in the United States. You might know that as
so
the
weird that we missed it. So weird.
How could that happen? Well, you didn't miss it. It was the $1.7 trillion spending bill that like keeps the government afloat. That's how like the news always talks about it. Like, oh, we reappropriated the money again. Buried in there is, I'm going to call it MOCRA. I'm going to see if that sticks. It's the Modernization of Cosmetics Regulation Act. So Congress and the Senate here in the United States have finally said, FDA, we need you to do some stuff. So they're going to be doing some stuff.
Okay.
Some highlights. They will now have the authority to issue recalls, mandatory recalls, before it was voluntary. There is going to be good manufacturing practices put into place for all cosmetics companies. P.S. I didn't know they didn't have them. That's a very standard thing in Europe, but here in the US, it wasn't codified into law. This one I think is really interesting for our listeners. Companies will now be required to list all potential fragrance allergens on their labels. And of course, the FDA has to come up with the guidelines for what those allergens are. So, by the way, all of these things didn't just happen overnight. Like there's by 2024, we will have the list in place of the allergens. And by 2025, it will, so you'll see these changes rolling out. It's not going to be right away. And there's lots more. How many times have I talked about asbestos contamination? Remember when I watched that whole hearing about it?
Oh, is that in your office a long time ago?
Yeah. I just keep up on this news because it
I do miss working in the same building with Jen. That was really fun. I was going through old photos the other day. Oh my God, that was a good time.
There's Jen nerding out in her office, listening to a Senate hearing on asbestos contamination.
Normal.
There was also that documentary that Keke Palmer was the narrator for, but basically that was saying all the mica is contaminated by asbestos and these beauty companies are trying to kill us. And it isn't that. A lot of mica...
Oh, I know which one you were talking about.
Unknowingly.
The only thing you
companies.
liked was that she narrated it, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, because I thought it was alarmist. And a lot of companies that use mica might believe that it's not contaminated. In fact, do tests that show it's not contaminated. But the whole thing with the FDA is that the tests were not standard. So one company could be using this kind of calibration, another uses this, and you get totally different answers. So now as part of MOCRA, does it work yet? I don't know if people are going to go for that. They will have to, FDA will standardize asbestos testing for these ingredients so that we will, all the companies will know and won't be able to get around it. We tested the right way. Here's what we found. And then take out ingredients such as talc, such as mica that might be contaminated by asbestos, which is a carcinogen. I'm going to leave it at that because there's 52 more bullet points. But I think the net is that we're starting to see some regulations here in the United States, and I think that they can only make cosmetics safer for all of you and us.
Excellent. Love it. Thank you for doing that research, Jen.
I didn't read the bill. I'm sorry. I went and found some highlights from a couple lawyers and things like that. So beauty news, can I borrow the beauty desk, the business desk?
I'll slide over.
Okay, Forma Brands, the beauty incubator behind Morphe, Jaclyn Cosmetics, Ariana Grande's REM Beauty, has filed for Chapter 11. No surprise, they in fact closed all of their Morphe stores just last week. I at first was like, well, what does this mean for REM? I really like those products, to be honest. They had already parted ways with Forma, probably knowing that there were financial problems at the company. So they're going to be running their own company. I don't know who's in charge of it yet. But Forma Brands itself might be able to get money if they file for bankruptcy and keep Morphe and Morphe 2 going. So doesn't mean those brands are gone yet, but just giving you that update. Also big beauty news, Procter & Gamble acquired Miele Organics, which we didn't talk about this, but that's been in the news lately. They make black hair care for natural and transitioning styles. There was a big hullabaloo on TikTok because a lot of white women were using scalp oil wrong. It turned into this whole TikTok drama. I actually wrote about some of this for The Cut, but it was just weird with the timing.
Hot article.
Yes, but right after that happened, Procter, and the reason people were upset, a lot of people, was because we've seen this happen before with other black hair care brands. When they get acquired, they might change their products or change their pricing or alienate some of their core customers. And that's a problem. So that's why everybody was up in arms about Miele. And then literally 4 days later, Procter & Gamble announces it acquired the company. So of course people were like, it's happening. It is not happening. Promises the founder, Monique Rodriguez. She assures everyone that I actually reached out for comment for the thing I wrote for The Cut, and she didn't have time to get back to me in time for my deadline, probably because she was selling her company to Procter & Gamble. But she assures everyone that that will not be the case with Miele Organics. And if that's the case, then I say congratulations on the investment from Procter & Gamble Beauty, just proof that you're doing things right over there and that you make great products. So congrats to them. Should we keep talking about hair?
Yep, keep going.
Okay, hair loss. This is not my science corner, but I just thought it was interesting. At Tsinghua University in Beijing, they examined 1,000 men who drank energy drinks, sugary beverages, sweetened sodas, and found that those who consumed one a week were at a 42% greater risk for experiencing hair loss.
Get out.
No. The study author, remember we talked about correlation causation. This is not a causation.
Yeah.
If you drink a sugary drink, your hair does not fall out. correlation, the author thinks, is that less nutrients, the people who probably drink a lot of sugary drinks might not have the healthiest diet. Without all the minerals and vitamins you need, your hair can't grow as well. Like a poor diet does affect your hair. So they're thinking that's what's going on there. But I was like, okay, if anybody out there wants to like kick a habit of sugary drinks, like this is news that'll help you be like, here's another reason not to do that.
I feel like hair loss, I'm no doctor, but I feel like hair loss is so like predetermined.
Yes,
like,
genetically.
Like having, not like in the stars. I mean like genetically determined. For sure.
Male pattern hair loss, female pattern hair loss, not related to like a specific event.
Or
yeah. That said, you might be able to slow the inevitable if you eat healthy,
Yeah. Again, not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Completely ignore my color commentary.
I would love to you should just comment on, the publication, the research publication that this was in, and just just put in my 2 cents.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like, and also doesn't everybody have something like sugary or yummy once a week? I just feel like it's like whole population is like.
Well, that's why this is the correlation. So, it's not telling you anything other than people who eat unhealthy pretty much might be more likely to have hair loss, which doesn't feel revolutionary. However, also in hair loss news, I don't know if you saw this, but Ashley Tisdale went public just last week or this week with her struggles with alopecia. And she noted on her blog, how do you say the name of her brand? I know you love her brand. Is it French?
Wait a second. Isn't Ashley Tisdale the one that, she has the brand I like?
Yeah, French.
But she's got something else going on?
French. No, this is on her blog. The brand and the blog, it's all her lifestyle company.
Okay. I use it all the time. It's in my shower.
You love their body wash.
Yes, that's what I'm using right now. It's like
I'm gonna go. It's the name of her dog, and now I feel bad. I think it's Frenchie. I'm gonna go with Frenchie. Anyway, on her blog, she was talking about how she struggles with female pattern.
Being franche is being franche.
Oh, franche.
Frenshe. You could say French. Or French.
No, but she has a Frenchie dog, so I thought it was Frenchie.
Yeah, Frenchie.
Wow, we're really burying the lead here on the news.
All right.
That she's going bald.
Keep going.
No, but she has alopecia, and she is opening up about it, which I love when celebrities do, because I think that a lot of people struggle with this and don't like to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so she talked about she's now on an autoimmune targeted diet, which has been helping. So see, what you eat does matter in some cases. And also, she noticed that managing her stress, that makes sense. Cortisol is really linked to the way your follicles work. There's a lot of correlation, not causation, but lowering your stress can help with that as well. But the big thing for her that I did a little research on for you guys is platelet-rich plasma treatments, PRP treatments, which we've talked about on the podcast, not so much related to hair loss, but I did some research. There is really good research about how this helps with female pattern hair loss. A review study of 636 published studies found that the treatment showed excellent efficiency for treating female pattern hair loss, which is what Ashley suffers from. The bummer, which she pointed out, which I like that she pointed out, is that it is not cheap. So I did a little bit of math. It turns out, depending on where you live, it could be as low as $1,500 for the series of treatments you need, but somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000. And basically, they're spinning your blood and injecting it, just the good parts of your blood, I'm going to make this really simple, back into your scalp to promote hair growth. So she had some success with that. But all in all, I'm just glad she's talking about it. Female hair loss is just one of those, oh my God, Jess is checking her hairline. What are you thinking, Jess?
No, listen, after you have a kid, if you birth a child, your hair can change. Mine definitely changed.
You think even
loss.
I've heard experts say this, and I'm not saying it's not trusting women when they say that, but they're like, oh no, that's what your hair was like before. You just were used to the pregnancy hair that was really full. Do you think you've gone back to pre-pregnancy or even reverted further with your hair density?
I think my hair is dense, which is, I feel lucky.
Density, by the way, meaning the number of hairs on your head, guys.
Yeah, but I definitely noticed just changes, changes in the texture, changes in my hairline. Yeah, for sure. Just not the same. But we talk about this. Who is the one who told us? Oh, was it Kristen S? She said it doesn't matter, kids, no kids. She's like, you are not going to have the same hair you had like 10 years ago and 10 years before that and 10 years before that. Like your hair is going to change, just like end of story.
It was such good advice because you keep like styling it as if you're like, whatever, 19 when you learned how to style your hair, you know?
If you ever learned how to style your hair.
That's
talking about myself.
I know you are.
I'm not talking to our listeners.
Wait for my razor wand. You're going to like,
okay.
It's going to be triggering for you, Jess.
Oh, God. Oh,
okay,
God.
So Ashley, that was that news.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can wrap up with let's go to the science corner. That's not the song.
Wait, we didn't.
What?
I thought we spent the whole like first like third
half in the science corner.
Yeah, we were buried in science and in literature.
FDA wasn't really science. That was more legal.
Okay.
Sugary drinks was my like little bit of stuff to tie into Ashley Tisdale news.
Okay.
Did it feel too sciencey?
This is very.
It's quick. It's a quickie. Let's go to the corner. Let's just go to the corner.
Okay.
Okay, I swear it's quick. I'm just going to tell you to take a vitamin D supplement.
You could take your time.
No. In a new study published in Melanoma Research, everybody's favorite melanoma journal.
You sound like the Micro Machines, man. If anyone remembers that. Go on.
This is the small type. People that take vitamin D supplements regularly have a lower risk for developing the deadliest form of skin cancer, which is melanoma. So correlative, not causal, again. But regular users of vitamin D supplements had a significant 55% reduction in the odds of having present melanoma diagnosis in a big study. Well, it was 500 people that was just done. So I'm just going to say, wear your sunscreen. That doesn't always help with melanoma, which is a genetically based cancer, but like it does help with other forms of skin cancer. Wear your sunscreen because it also blocks some vitamin D formation. And then take a vitamin D supplement to get your vitamin D. That's all. That was quick, right?
That was quick, that was painless, and that was useful. Thank you. Vitamin D supplement. Add it to the list. Add to cart.
Your lips can do a whole lot more than kiss. Your lips express love and speak your truth. Plump your lips with Juvederm Volbella XC or Juvederm Ultra XC for natural-looking results that are completely and uniquely you. Find a licensed specialist and see if it's right for you at Juvederm.com. That's Juvederm.com. Add fullness to lips in adults over 21 with Juvederm Volbella XC or Juvederm Ultra XC. Do not use if you have severe allergies or a history of severe allergic reactions, or if you are allergic to lidocaine or the proteins used in Juvederm. Tell your doctor if you have a history of scarring or taking medicines that decrease the body's immune response or that can prolong bleeding. Common side effects include injection site redness, swelling, pain, tenderness, firmness, lumps, bumps, bruising, discoloration, or itching. As with all fillers, there's a rare risk of unintentional injection into a blood vessel, which can cause vision abnormalities, blindness, stroke, temporary scabs, or scarring. For full important safety information, visit Juvederm.com.
Okay, everyone, it's time to raise a wand. Really excited about this one big time. This is a raise a wand from Anna from Minnesota.
Hey, Jess and Jen, this is Anna calling from Minnesota, and I hope I'm not too late to give a recommendation or raise a wand for a small woman-owned business. I would like to raise a wand to Lucine is the name of the company. It's this woman, Janine, and she's Armenian, and she makes the most incredible handbags, designs them, and sources textiles and local artisans from places like Venezuela, Southeast Asia, India, Africa, Mexico. They're good price points, even though they're handmade. They're durable, so many wonderful bright colors. And there are also, if you're not a purse person or a bag person, they also have garlands from the India collection and pet collars that are beaded and beautiful. There's something in there for everybody. It's important, the work that she's doing with those artisans all over the world, and I encourage everybody to take a look. It's beautiful, and she's beautiful, and I just wanted to let you know about it. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, so while, like right before Anna's voicemail came on, Jen and I were actually on the site virtually shopping. I've got to tell you, these bags look and feel a lot more expensive than they are.
Also, when have you ever heard of a brand that both Jess's style and my style are in there? Like we each picked out our favorite bag. There's definitely like a Jen bag and there's a Jess bag. And I'm sure there's an Anna bag, which is why Anna shops from Lucine.
It's such a cute brand. And I feel like you can wear this stuff. Like, first of all, it's really cold out now, or at least where we are.
Yeah.
But it's got me thinking about the spring. It's got me thinking about the summer. It makes me want to go on vacation.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And they're not expensive.
Yours, the one that you like, you could wear to something fancy.
I thought it was I thought it was very like, night out, whatever. But like handmade tote for $25, cute like handmade pouch for $45. Like they're nice prices for really like
Beautiful
beautifully made
gifts
stuff.
too. Very.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm sounding like I'm like work for the brand, but I'm like.
I literally looked at both of us. I was like, we look like we're on QVC right now. It's like we're having the convo behind the table.
Dream job.
Like, look at this.
Oh my God.
It'd be great for, little night out.
Sister-in-law, babysitter, best friend.
No, it's really cute.
It's really good.
Excellent raise a wand, Anna. Thank you. If you want to give us your raise a wand, we welcome all of them: bags, fashion, beauty products. But right now,
pets,
the homework, the current homework for the fam is dry hair. Something that I know at some point in everybody's life they've dealt with, but Jess and I specifically would love to hear your favorite treatment masks, treatment oils, shampoos or conditioners. Maybe there's something we're not thinking of that like helps your hair stay moisturized but isn't a shampoo or conditioner. I don't know, supplement, some sort of hair dryer that magically that dries your hair but doesn't dry your hair. I don't know. Just put it out there.
Inform us.
Call us.
Inform us.
Call us, 646-481-8182. That link is in the show notes, or you can email us at info@fatmascara.com. Send us a voicemail. By the way, y'all do such good voicemails. They are so good. They come through and I'm just like, listen to these people. They're going to steal our job someday. So thank you for that. Are you ready to raise our own wands? Because I am.
Jen, why don't you start?
I said that and then I completely forgot what I was going to tell you. You go first.
Okay. So I am, by the way, I'm just going to let you all know like that I'm going to be raising a wand from many products over the future of Fat Mascara. Some are available at Moda, some are not, okay? But just give me a couple of weeks to toot my own horn and pick some from my curation, okay? It's been 9 months.
Your horn.
Okay.
And
I don't want people
perfumes.
thinking this is like an infomercial, okay, for... and I don't want people to think I'm like biased and all that. But listen, I picked these products, so I want to tell you about them. Okay. I'm going to talk about a mascara, but it's not really a mascara. It's this product that is like it's like an unmascara. Okay. It's called the Surratt Noir Lash Tint. When you take this product out, okay, it's for your lashes, obviously. When you take the little, wand out of the tube, you might be confused. It does not have any bristles. It almost looks like a screw, okay? It almost looks like a screw.
Like the hourglass metal applicator one.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Now, what I love about Surratt Beauty is it's very inspired by Japanese makeup tools and artistry. And I have to imagine, I have not sat down with the creator of this product, but I have to imagine that this might be inspired by some products over there.
Yeah, the non-brush applicator mascaras got their start.
Yes.
Yeah.
So because like I was like, okay, this does not seem like something I'm picking up over at CVS. Okay, so I take the lash tint. You get it right to the very base of your roots. Okay, be careful. Okay, there's no bristles, and it really just coats the lashes with this kind of like black gel. Like it's not like don't expect a thick mascara like paste. It just coats the lashes, and because it has that thin screw-like applicator, I think screw sounds scary, that thick like a wand, it allows you to separate your lashes.
Let's call it a brushless applicator.
A brushless applicator.
Yeah, that sounds better than sticking a screw in your eye.
Yeah, screw sounds scary. Sorry, guys. Because it has the brushless wand, it allows you to be really precise and kind of style out your lashes. So if you want to make them spiky, if you want to sweep them all to the side really quick. But I like to take it and like get in between and kind of make them a little spiky. And also if you're somebody that like wants to apply mascara to your lower lashes, it's really easy with this one because you're not going to be like bonking the skin.
Yeah, especially if you have short lashes. Some of these brushes are bigger than the length of some of my lashes.
It's a very natural way to wear, like, it's
and
like to define your lashes.
The hair.
You're tinting. Yeah, it's like tinting. Yeah. Temporarily, of course, tinting.
Of course.
The lashes, yeah. It's really cool. It's a very unique product, and I really like using it.
Ooh, that's a good one. I did have a mascara, but I don't want to take away from how cool and unique that is. So I'm gonna I pulled up another one because I have something else that I've been like debate. I love it so much so that like I look. Do you ever have that feeling when you go to bed at night, you're like, oh God, I got to do my routine? Not even that much, guys. I just mean like floss my teeth, brush my teeth, and wash my face. But at a certain point on the couch, you have to transfer to the bed, and that's got to happen in between, and you just don't want to do it. You just want to go right into the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's winter.
Yeah.
The thing that is getting me into it is the thought that I will get to use this cleanser.
Okay.
And it is the Shani Darden Cleansing Serum Gentle Daily Cleanser. I know you're thinking like, what's so great about a cleanser? Whatever, a serum. It is, when they wash your face when you're laying down at a spa and it like emulsifies in that way that their fingers just make like, and then they do those movements and it's like figure eights around your eyes and and there's like this milky thing happening on your skin and you just feel it and like the smell comes over you and you don't know what's happening, but it's lovely. You get the vibe, right?
Yes.
For some reason, this cleanser lets you do that to yourself. I think it's the texture. You only need a tiny little bit and it foams. So you get like the pleasance of a foam, but like the emulsification of a milky, but like it makes me want to just like keep slipping my fingers over my skin and it smells so damn good. It smells so good. It's like smells like you're laying at a spa. I find myself doing like more massagey things than I normally do. Just like quickly get the cleanser on and get off. It rinses clean.
Nice.
I don't know. This was a slow burn brand for me. I was like, oh, it's too hyped up. I don't want to like it because everybody likes it. Damn it. There's a reason.
She got you.
She got me, Shani. It's delicious.
God,
anyway, it's $38 a bottle, which is a premium price. But let me tell you, you need like literally half a syringe.
Half a syringe of Shani. Oh yeah, I forgot to say the price for mine. Sometimes I forget to say the price, guys. Sorry. So 50%. It's $50. Mine is $50 at Moda.
Also a premium. But let me say though, you need barely any of this cleanser to get it to work. Like that bottle's going to last you at least 3 months, in my opinion, for $38. So we're raising a wand to the lash tint.
The on mascara.
A spa-worthy cleanser. A cute handbag, and then you guys are going to tell us next week about your hair products that give you moisture.
Yes, we're open to other stuff too, though.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
Just drop us a line.
Okay. Get your beauty sleep.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us, or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Raise a Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.